Welcome back to another episode of Cardiac Sports. Jim and Brandon, March 1st, Sunday. How we doing, Brandon?
Doing good. Our first morning episode, Coffee
Yes,
with
sir.
Cardiac.
Coffee with Cardiac. Even though I
Yeah,
got a
man.
water in my hand.
No, I got a coffee. This is brought to you by Café Bustelo.
Yeah,
You want to sponsor us? I got you guys.
there you go. No, I just wanted to start out by saying, we're 2 months in. It's been going really, really well. Thank you to all the people that have been commenting, following, liking, even if you have something negative to say. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Also, people in the UK, even Russia, Argentina, Australia. We've been having listeners in those countries. So it's been great first 2 months. I hope you guys are loving it. Like we said, if you have any positive or negative, let us know.
Yep. Thank you for the international support.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
And let's talk about episode 22 real quick.
yeah.
Apologies for episode 22. We had some serious technical issues internet-wise on my end and Jim's end. We don't even live really close to each other. We're about an hour apart. And Spectrum, come on, guys. Get it together. We love you guys. We love to get sponsored by you too, but my man, you
Yeah.
ruined the whole episode.
Yeah. So it was.
So sorry, guys. We had to take it
Yeah.
off the platforms.
Yeah. Apologies.
Yeah.
So okay. On that front, let's get into some sports
Let's
talk.
get into it. Come
Yeah.
on, Jim. What do you got for me today?
Have you been watching any of the combine a little bit?
I haven't watched a single rep.
Okay. I know
Talk
you've
to
been super busy.
Super busy.
Yeah, I haven't got like really into it either myself. I've been busy also, but just looking at what I was telling you earlier, just looking at some of the speed on the 40 time, which was pretty interesting to me. I know quarterbacks have legs and can run also, but the one that stood out to me the
Mhm.
most was Taylon Green from Arkansas. This guy, where was this at? He ran
Is that the guy
a
the fastest 40-yard dash?
No. Well, for quarterbacks, yes. Not the fastest all time. All right, come on.
Okay.
He ran like a 4.3.
Not overall, but yeah, for quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's there in the mix. He's in the top 10. And of course, now that I
Hey.
pull it up, it's not even going.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, it's been interesting, and there's been some big men, some linebackers, and some D linemen.
Are you on the score?
Mine's not even loading for whatever reason now. But yeah, so there we go.
Uh-huh.
So the fastest running back was also from Arkansas.
Yeah, Taylor Green, right? You're talking about?
Yeah. Yes.
Just to make sure, yeah. So it says here he also has his highest vertical jump is 43.5 inches.
Yeah.
And his broad jump, 11 feet 2 inches. My goodness.
Well, it's crazy because I just noticed. So you see Taylor Green's out of Arkansas.
Yeah.
The fastest running back was also out of Arkansas. He ran a 4.33, while Taylor Green ran a 4.36. So that backfield, quarterback and backfield, was fast.
Seriously?
Boy. Yeah, they were fast.
Dawn Razorbacks, man.
Wow.
And well, Mike Washington Jr., right? That's who you're referring to?
Yes.
Yeah, Mike Washington Jr. And let's see, Washington bolstered his stock by posting the fastest time among running backs. So he clocked at 1.55 second, 10-yard split, tying Heinrich, if I'm saying their name right, Heinrich for the third and trailing only Washington and Miller.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy,
man. Wow.
The big name on here, though, is Jeremiah Love. He's going to be within the top 10.
Out of Notre Dame.
Yes, and he ran a 4.36. A lot of people have him projected in their mock drafts going to Kansas City. So a lot of people have him projected going there. But you know how that goes. Those are mock drafts. And all kinds of things change.
Can I ask you a question in terms of mock drafts? And I'm going to ask you more towards the Mel Kiper mock drafts, right?
Okay.
Because I know everyone does mock drafts, but his are the most like standout ones because he's Mel Kiper.
He's been around the longest.
Yeah, you know. I never really paid attention. Like, even like after the draft, I never went back and said, "Oh, let's see how right Mel Kiper was with his mock draft." I never went back and looked. Have you ever looked, or do you remember? And like, oh, he was kind of dead on. Or what's the percentile of him being right in terms of his mock drafts after the actual draft?
I mean, a lot of these guys, of course, it's the first round that always is the standout, but you get a lot of
Mm-hmm.
these guys, they'll do all 7 rounds. But even the first rounds, nothing's ever 100%, nothing.
Right. Right.
Because think about it. Right now, everybody has Fernando Mendoza going to the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders need a lot of help. And you can get some team that will come up and be like, we'll give you three first round picks this year, next year, and 28.
Mm-hmm.
And they might say, let's do it. So you never know. You
Okay.
never know. I mean, usually the first pick is pretty predictable, but you never know. Nobody's ever right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guarantee
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
I guarantee you, none of these mock drafts, the first 5 picks, they're not going to be correct. There won't be one guy that has it correct.
Okay. Not
Somebody's
even
gonna
Mel. Not
no,
even the
no,
great Mel Kiper.
no, none of them. None of them.
Okay. No, I'm just always been curious because, you know, coming from production background, I know like we watch a lot of things because they need content.
Yeah,
They do. And I'm not knocking ESPN, any of the networks, but that's the business, you know?
yeah.
I mean, even CNN, they need content. They're gonna
Well,
say, hey, uh, Donald Trump, he sneezed against the wind. It's gonna make news. They just need content.
yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
and the NFL is king.
Yeah.
Any NFL talk is just gonna, carry over
Yes.
strong.
Yeah. They'll tell you if you know, Mendoza, he showed up 5 minutes early to the combines. You know
Well,
what I mean?
have you heard the talk so far about him?
No.
So his weight, his game weight was
Mm-hmm.
225. Everybody's up in arms because he's 236 right now. 11 pounds. Everybody's like, whoa, what's going on?
Okay,
What's
but
going on?
here's my thing about that. What kind of weight is it?
Well,
Is it muscle?
it's off season. So all these guys put on a couple pounds because they're kind of just chilling, and I guarantee you he'll be back to some type of form. Or maybe he felt that he would be better putting on a little more weight because he took those hits in the championship. He got
Yeah.
rocked. They rocked him.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you say weight, but what
Yeah,
kind of weight? You
exactly.
know
Is
what
it
I'm saying,
muscle
Jim?
or is it yum yum donuts?
Remember how skinny we used to be? Like,
Yeah,
remember before I started working out, man, I was
yeah,
120,
yeah,
20. I got up to 175. That's 55 pounds. I never got fat.
yeah,
You never seen me fat. I was a
yeah,
muscle. The people go, oh my goodness, Brandon gained 55 pounds. I worked
yeah,
out. That's
yeah,
what happens when you work out. You get hungry.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Those
how did you
calories.
get? Yeah, no, and also it's like, what did you eat to get heavy? Was it more
Yeah.
protein? I mean, did he gain 11 pounds because he was eating Twinkies at a clip like a box a night? Like, how did he gain the weight, or was he eating more chicken breast?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I
What?
haven't seen a Twinkie in a long time. Do they still make those things?
I don't think they still make them. You could buy a Twinkie now. It's going to be good next year.
Yeah.
That's alarming.
Yeah. They got that space cream.
That's alarming, bro.
Now that you said that, I haven't seen Twinkies in a long time.
No, they exist. They
Yeah.
exist. They
Somewhere.
exist. Yeah.
You can get them freshly baked out of Istanbul.
Yeah. That's funny, man. But yeah, man. So it's like it's just weird. It's look, we do a podcast. We need things to talk about, or else we don't have a podcast.
Exactly.
So we can understand. So we're gonna talk about anything, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we before we went on the air, we spent 15 minutes talking about washing your hands after you go to the bathroom. So
We didn't want to bore you guys with it, but
yeah,
there's just people when you use a bathroom, wash your hands after you're done. There's
yeah,
certain people
please,
that don't like to.
yeah. I don't look real quick. I don't care how clean you say you are down there. I catch you not washing your hands. We are not sharing tortilla chips at the table anymore. I'm getting my own. Sorry.
Man,
Anyway,
that's
all right,
funny.
back to sports.
That's great.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I don't think it's serious. It's weird. It's like you're making a story with lack of detail. He gained
Yeah.
11 pounds. How did he gain 11 pounds? Boxers gain weight to move up in weight,
What's so crazy how they fluctuate. So crazy.
you know? So so Canelo moved up in weight, right? At some point in his career. Did anyone say, oh, he's out of shape? No.
Yeah.
He gained weight the right way to
Yeah.
perform at that weight. And like you previously said, he probably gained weight to get bigger and stronger.
Yeah, it's a possible. But you know what the thing is? Even if it was bad weight, he's gonna be where he needs to be when it's that time. He definitely will.
All right, Jim, let me tell you a quick story. Plenty of times it's happened to me. I exercise, right?
Yeah.
I'm always heavy after New Year's. Why am I heavy after New Year's?
Because the holidays.
The holidays. I'm not eating healthy. You think I'm eating? There's no Christmas salad. There's no such
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? Drinking coquito, which to those who don't know, it's a Puerto Rican eggnog, full of sugar. Eating just everyone knows who celebrates the holidays. You're eating nothing healthy. There's no healthy cookies. It's all bad, right?
Yeah.
So I'm about 10 pounds heavier than I'd like to be post New Year's, right?
Yeah.
I could lose 10 pounds in a week and change. I'm not
Yeah.
even a professional athlete. It's not a problem for this kid. This kid's he'll burn it off in a week. It's not that serious,
Yeah, he will.
And
It's
guess
just
what? They're looking at his arm. They want to see
yeah.
what his arm can do. That's what they want to see.
Right.
They want to
Right.
see. They want to see, can he get out the pocket? I don't think the 11 pounds is gonna, impede on him getting out the pocket and making a play.
Well, it's just like what you just said. They need something to talk about.
They need something to talk.
So he's, I don't remember when they said, but he's not throwing at the combine. He's having a pro day, and the pro day, of course, they're going to be there to see him throw, but it's going to be more for him to help out his receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Tossing to those guys because he's already going. He's already going to be somewhere.
He's a national champion. How
Yeah,
much does he have to prove?
Well, I mean, look at JJ McCarthy. He was the national champion.
No, I agree, but this guy's high profile. This guy's high profile. People wanted to suck to get him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he's definitely going. So, I commend him he said, I need to get out there and throw to my receivers.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Make
I
those
mean,
guys look
he
good.
can't afford to look bad.
Yeah. Well,
he can't afford to look bad.
Yeah. Either way, I don't think he's going to be,
Mm-hmm.
unless his arm just fell off or something, then yeah, it might be all bad.
Unless he's just as good as his that last game. But it's funny, you do say it, yeah. I will correct myself. Just because you're a national champion doesn't mean nothing. You got to be of our age to remember, guys. But remember Chris Leak?
Yeah.
Chris Leak never got drafted.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Chris Leak was quarterback for Florida Gators, guys. What year was that? That was early 2000s. Early 2000s.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not positive on that.
Yeah, early 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I mean, I know Mendoza was national champion and Heisman winner. And still, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean it's going to translate over to the NFL. So,
Matt,
the thing with that is that there's so many guys that go to these teams, and obviously the crappier your record is,
mm-hmm.
the higher pick you got in the NFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have an offensive line, look at David Carr. I feel so bad for David Carr. David Carr, I mean, I heard he was sacked so many times. I heard he was walking through the mall and somebody came up and tackled him. I mean, it's bad. So that's one thing. That's why I said, he's projected to go number one.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody comes at the Raiders and says, hey, we're going to give you boom, 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 and trade this guy, they might say, yeah, let's do it.
It'll be a king's ransom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a possibility.
It's always a possibility.
It's a possibility.
Let's go back 20 years. Remember the glory days, the Pete Carroll Trojans,
Yeah.
USC Trojans,
Mm-hmm.
Reggie Bush, Lendell White,
Mm-hmm.
Matt Leinart,
Yeah.
none of those guys were picked first overall by the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Mario Williams was
Yeah.
picked.
Yeah. Reggie White
People
was
have
second, right?
he was second. He went to the Saints.
Yeah.
Matt Leinart, was he third? He went to
I
Arizona, but was he third? Was
honestly,
that
I don't
third?
remember. I don't
But
remember.
we thought those two guys were gonna be picked number one of those two.
Yeah.
Neither one of them. Just to refresh your memory, they even announced it the night before the draft. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Houston Texans, they were so hell-bent on Mario Williams. They said, we already got our pick in, so no need to waste your time tomorrow, Mr. Goodell.
Yeah.
We got Mario Williams. He's going to be our number one pick. Like, how much do you think they regret that?
Well, honestly, I don't even remember what year that draft was.
Mm-hmm.
But there has to be, I know they don't regret it not taking Reggie Bush. There has to be somebody else that stands out in that draft that they're like, damn, we should have took that guy.
I don't even remember who their quarterback was at the time.
Yeah, I don't
But
either.
I know they weren't good enough to. By the way, what position did Mario? I know he was defense. What position did he play?
I believe he was defensive end.
Yeah, I don't think they were a defensive end away from being good, but in their eyes, they really were just high. And I'm not besmirching Houston at all. Just, hey man, they're better. They know more than I do.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, they thought, they could really use defensive end and then work on those other positions in other ways.
Yeah.
But they did shock the world the night before the draft. I remember hearing, and this is before smartphones. I remember just watching SportsCenter, and they said the pick is in. Pick is in. Picks don't go until tomorrow. And then, Houston Texans already gave in their pick. They're picking Mario Williams. I'm like, what? Like, no Reggie, no Matt Leinart? Like, I thought that was insane.
Yeah. And in terms of, it really wasn't, because all three of those guys. I mean, Reggie Bush.
Reggie had a good career, man. He won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Reggie Bush wasn't the Trojans' Reggie Bush, but no, he's had a career to be proud of.
Yeah. Oh,
you know? Hall of Famer? I don't think so.
Isn't it funny, though, out of all the Trojan quarterbacks to go to the NFL, Sam Darnold was the only one that ever won a Super Bowl? It's crazy.
That still boggles my mind. I told my wife that. She was like, really? I'm like, yeah. Out of all the Hall of Famers from USC, everyone that's in Canton, that's USC, like no quarterback has won the Super Bowl.
I don't even think that there's a USC quarterback in the Hall of Fame. I don't think there's anything.
I'm going to look now because it's going to drive me crazy.
Because
now you got me looking.
The most popular one of all time was Carson Palmer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. And he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm checking right now.
I don't believe there's any. There's players from USC, but I don't think any Trojan quarterbacks.
Are there any USC quarterbacks in the Pro Football Hall of Fame? All right, I'm looking.
I don't think there is.
You are exactly right.
Yeah.
No, not a single one.
Because think about it.
That is wild.
But because think about it. Look what you have to do to get in to the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have to have so many passing yards, so many touchdowns. And not only that, you have to have, they want MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
They want Super Bowls, at least one Super Bowl. None of them have, like, is there any equal to Dan Marino that came out of USC? There's none.
No.
Dan Marino went to the Super Bowl his rookie year.
Yeah.
Lost, never went back, but had great numbers.
Yeah.
So that's what got him there.
So I got a good one for you.
Okay.
You're a UCLA fan.
Yeah.
Which, for people who don't know, as far as the two LA college teams, prominent college teams, I should say, in football, USC is more the big brother.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Safe to say. However, U.S. quarterback in the Hall of Fame.
Troy Aikman.
Isn't that weird?
Troy Aikman. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's that makes this whole conversation interesting.
Yeah.
There's also a I never heard of him. A Bob Waterfield?
Mhm. Yeah.
You know, I never heard of him. All right,
Yeah.
two-time NFL champion, two-time MVP in the NFL back in the 40s.
Yeah, what team did he play for in the '40s in the NFL?
Waterfield here. This is back when they were wearing leather helmets. No, your team.
Exactly.
He was a Ram.
Yep.
That's right. Was it Cleveland then or
Well,
LA?
what year did he play?
It was in the 40s.
Yeah, so the Rams originated in Cleveland in 1937, came to Los Angeles in 1946. So it's funny because the Rams were the first like original Los Angeles sports team because they were here before the Dodgers, before the Lakers. The only team, well, besides, the MLS soccer teams, but the only team that originated in Los Angeles, do you know what? Out of the big four. Well, okay, okay. Let me back up.
Now you got to throw the Angels in there.
Yeah, the Kings,
They
they
originated
originate
here.
here, but yeah, the Angels were known as the California Angels, though.
No,
And
they were LA
yeah,
before they moved to Anaheim.
but
They played in the
no,
Coliseum. Remember when they
no,
had the little halo on the hat and it said
no, but
LA on
they've
the hat?
always played at the Coliseum or at Angel Stadium.
They didn't start in the Coliseum?
No, the Dodgers played
No.
there,
Okay. Okay.
but the Chargers before they were San Diego,
Yeah, they were LA,
yeah,
then San
for
Diego.
1 year. They originated in 1960, and I believe that's when because it was the AFL, I believe that's when the Raiders started, the
Mhm.
Kansas City Chiefs started. That's when
Mhm.
all that merger happened.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But yeah,
Wow.
so yeah, the Chargers did start. It's funny because then they left. They went down to San Diego. They were down there all those
Mhm.
years, and just
Mhm.
to come back.
I gotta be honest. I feel like they should have never left San Diego because that's their primary fan base.
Yeah,
You know, like LA because it's a transplant city. It is. It's more of a Raider town than anything. Still, Raiders could go play in Wyoming
yeah.
and
Well,
it still be Raider town.
that's why I always say now, since the Rams have been back,
Mhm.
there's more fans that are starting to get on the
The
Rams
fan
bandwagon.
base is growing and their
But
relevancy helps it.
yes, the thing is, and as a Rams fan, as you can see, I still wear it
Mhm.
even though it's not football season.
Yeah.
The pecking order does go, and I hate to admit it, but it's the facts. It goes in Los Angeles, in Southern California, it goes Raiders, Dallas Cowboys, USC Trojans, then Rams. You know,
Yes.
that's how it goes.
Yeah.
So
And then right after the Rams goes UCLA Bruins. You don't think so?
I would say
For football.
Chargers. I'd say Chargers, and then
Really? You put the
UCLA.
Chargers over the Bruins?
Yes, yeah,
Really?
yeah. Because you do still. Are you talking just Los Angeles or Southern California?
Los Angeles.
Yeah, I would say, because there's not a lot of UCLA football fans. There
Yeah.
is, and a lot of them they just do it because there's a lot of spiteful people out there.
I was about to say they
You
just
know,
wanna be contrarians to the
their
Trojan fans.
family. That's why all my family they were like USC, USC, and I was like, and they were like Raiders, 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 and I was like, nah, I'm gonna go over here and over here, and you guys stay over there.
You,
You
you
know,
you wanted to be that guy.
I wanted to be that guy. I wanted my own identity. You
Yeah.
know,
Well, me, like there is a lot of Yankee fans in my family, but I got a boatload of Met fans in my family
yeah,
and a boatload of Jet fans. A lot of
yeah.
Nets fans. As you can see behind me, I
Hmm.
don't root for any of those teams.
Yeah.
College, we're not college guys like that. New York is different. New York is different.
Well,
You know what
it's
gets people rooting for college?
what's
Money.
that? Yeah.
Money.
Oh, yeah.
That so
That's
so
everywhere in the country, though.
but in New York mostly, they're independent contractors when they
Yeah,
come to rooting for college.
exactly.
St. John's is popular though. Believe it or
Yeah,
not,
that
when it comes
is.
to basketball, St. John's, I grew up not far from St. John's.
Yeah.
My high school was right next to St. John's.
Okay.
So yeah, like not that I would never say I'm a fan. When it comes to college, I'm a total fraud. Let's just let the record show. Like
Yeah.
because my son did his first 2 years of college in Cal State Fullerton. If they go high, I'm rooting for Cal State Fullerton. And then my
Yeah.
nephew goes there too, who's like a son. No, I'm a fraud. And then I used to work for UNR. So yeah, I'll root for them too if they're making a run. But yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
total fraud.
Yeah. So yeah, Cal State Fullerton, they're big baseball, and
Mm-hmm.
every once in a while you'll see them sneak into the tournament,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
usually it's one and done, but they get
Yeah.
there, they
They
get there.
get there.
But
They get there.
their baseball program has always been decent.
They got some World Series under their belts, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been good when it
Mm-hmm.
came to baseball.
They produce major leaguers, Matt Chapman, Justin Turner, just to name a
Mm-hmm.
few. But they
Mm-hmm.
have a list.
Yeah.
They have a list.
Yeah.
There was a dude, and I just noticed this. If you ever seen the documentary, The Captain, about Derek Jeter.
Mm-hmm.
So they're showing when they're doing the MLB draft.
Yeah.
I think there was a guy picked just before Jeter. I don't even remember the name, but he was out of Cal State Fullerton.
Okay.
My son's the one. Hey, he went. My son was going there at the time. He's like, oh, well, he went to Fullerton. I'm like, oh yeah.
Hey, you know what's pretty interesting is that so the past couple years, I'd say probably the past 10 years, baseball came back kind of strong. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of been teetering, but the past 10 years it's been strong. But it's just crazy how, football college championship is always popular, and now since they changed the platform, it's even the new way is really good.
Mm-hmm.
March Madness has always been popular. Baseball, college baseball, it's not it's crazy. It's not too popular.
You know what I think beats it?
What's that?
It's baseball still. League World Series.
Yeah,
I feel like
hands
gets
down.
more coverage.
Yeah, it does.
And it's fun. I just know, I'm a baseball guy. I watch like on the Spanish channels. I'm watching Dominican baseball, put the Series Caribe, or like I'm a baseball fan. So you got me.
Yeah.
You got me. But your average baseball fan's not watching that stuff.
Yeah, it's just crazy how it's just they don't really talk about it. The draft, the baseball draft is
They don't have a show.
yeah, it's crazy how like it will just happen to now I did kind of follow it a little bit this past Major League Baseball draft just because Dino Ebel, who's the Dodgers third base coach,
Mm-hmm.
his son was in that draft out of Corona High
Mm-hmm.
School.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of kids that were drafted out of Corona, a bunch of them. I think
Really?
in the f- I think in the and I could be wrong, but in the top 10, top 15 for sure, there was like 3 or 4 of them that came out of that school.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 or 4 of them in the top 15, top 20, something like that.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
had
yeah,
a
yeah.
big showing in that. And Dino Ebel's son was drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Corona. I don't know if it was Corona Centennial or Corona High School, but out of Corona, California, a bunch of kids. So it's pretty
That's
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah, but it's just weird how how college baseball championships
Yeah.
draft. It's just
There's
nothing,
no juice.
nothing.
And BBC, it's only 20 years old. Now I know
Yeah,
20 years is a lifetime for you youngsters out there, but you got to remember they do it every 4 years. Sometimes the gap's even longer than 4 years.
like the Olympics.
Yeah, but they've had some hiatuses that have stretched a little longer. For what reason?
Yeah,
I don't know. But I remember there was a time I'm like, yo, bro, it's been like 5-6 years. When's the next WBC? It should have happened already. But let me count real quick. Hold on. I know Japan won 3 times, Dominican Republic, and the US. So it's only been 5 WBCs. I'm just going off the top of the head. That's not a lot, right?
Japan has the most.
Japan's the king. They're the kings. But my point is about the WBC, it's a new thing, relatively, right? And it gets super coverage, and it just gets more coverage as the years go on. And we're talking about the MLB draft, which you would think, people be more locked in. My theory is people aren't so locked in, and I'm including myself, which I'm a big baseball fan, is that these guys that get drafted, it's not like you're gonna see them next April. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You may not ever see them on your team. They may get they may get traded while they're still in the minors.
And they might never not ever get called up to the majors.
Yes.
It's pretty crazy how you hear these guys that are in the minor league teams that I've heard guys, yeah, I've been playing minor league baseball for 15 years, shout out to my parents and my wife, my wife traveling with me in our RV going from stadium to stadium. And that's honestly, that's tough right there because you're not making a lot of money in minors.
There's been good players that you know them for being on a team, right?
Yeah.
That were drafted by another team. Remember Mike Lowell?
Mike, pitcher, right?
No.
Third base.
Yes, Marlins, most known for the Red Sox. Puerto Rican guy, although his last name's Lowell.
Yeah.
Guess who drafted him? The Yankees. Hold on. I don't know if they drafted him, but he was definitely a Yankee.
Yeah.
Let me look it up right now. Hold on. I got another one for you. This one's gonna blow you away. Roberto Clemente, right?
Yeah.
You know him as a Pirate.
Yeah.
Guess who had him first?
Who?
The Dodgers.
Really?
Brooklyn Dodgers.
How
He
long is he there for?
Not long. So they're long enough to get picked up from the rule. They had something that's kind of like the Rule 5. In the Rule 5, you're sitting there too long and they don't call you up. So boom, somebody else can get you.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So the Pirates snatched him up, bro. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
He was a Dodger, my man.
Yeah, there's there's been some interesting players that have been on like our teams throughout the years.
Yeah.
Also, Pedro Martinez
Yeah.
was a Dodger and then, went to Boston and
Yeah.
had a great career.
He's known as a Red Sox.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember him and I remember he was an Expo and a darn good Expo too.
Yeah.
And you guys also had Ramon.
Yeah, his brother.
Ramon Martinez.
Yeah.
Real quick, going back to Michael Lowell, yes, Yankees did draft him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's the whole thing about what we're talking about with the MLB draft. It's like it's not followed like that, so we don't even know who drafted these guys sometimes.
Exactly.
And another thing with baseball's different from like football is that we don't acquire everyone from drafts. We do a lot of international signings.
Yeah.
You got teams signing guys in high school, babies, like 14 years old,
Yeah.
16 years old, getting contracts. Like we got a guy named Jason Dominguez, right?
Mhm.
AKA the Martian. He's been with the Yankees since he was 16.
Yeah.
They have these things in Dominican Republic and a lot of Latin countries. They're called bucones. Bucones they're a guy, they're baseball dudes, they're pretty much agents, managers, right? They're gonna take you. They see you playing out in the field. Jimmy, yo, bro. They take a shine to you, right? They take a shine to you because they're looking at money. They're looking at a dollar sign with a bat.
Yeah.
Like, yo, they feed you, they support you. They pretty much take you in as their kid.
Yeah.
They make you sign a contract and everything, and they nurture you and they start talking, they start reaching out. They have connections to other baseball teams. And that's how they, because
they're scouts.
They're scouts. They're scouts that live there. They speak your language. They're Dominican or Venezuelan, Puerto Rican, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
Yeah.
They do something a little similar to that in Cuba. Cuba, it's a little more dicey and it's complicated for political reasons.
Yeah.
But they got their guys too. Those guys that they have, they're based out of South Florida.
Yeah.
And they know someone that knows this guy. Like if you've ever watched the documentary Brothers in Exile about the Hernandez brothers, El Duque and Livan.
Yeah.
So you can learn about that. There was a guy named Joe Cubas, and he was something to that effect.
Yeah, it's
he's reaching out to these Cuban baseball players because Cuban baseball's no joke.
Yeah.
No joke. I can't wait, not to get into politics, but I can't wait for a government shift in that country where you could have the Cuban Major League Baseball players playing for them in the WBC?
Yeah.
Because you can't have defectors playing for the Cuban national team. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
The government's not going to let it happen. But whenever we come to a time where people leave, come and go on their own volition,
Right. Right.
and you can have like you know, your Randy Rosareno he's Cuban, but he plays for Mexico because he can't play for Cuba.
Right. Right.
The WBC is going to be a lot different because I'll give you a little baseball history on Latin America. Cubans are the pioneers of Latin American baseball. How that happened was you had missionaries that would go to Cuba way pre-Castro, way back in the days, right? And when they were there on their mission, they taught baseball to the Cubans. So Cubans were the first to learn baseball.
Yeah.
They needed help in the fields for sugarcane. So they would hire other migrant workers from other Spanish-speaking countries, which, of course, Puerto Rico is high in sugarcane, Dominican Republic, Mexico, Venezuela, etc. Right?
Right.
Those guys went to Cuba to work. So they went just to work. While they were there, they learned baseball. Their work is over. They go back to their respective countries. They brought baseball to their countries, and that's how baseball spread throughout Latin America.
That's interesting.
And look what it translated to today.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Hispanic, but think about it, bro. You don't have any Hispanics on your team, you're incomplete. And I
Yeah.
don't mean that as far as checking a box. I mean, like, Latin players are awesome.
Yeah.
I know their shine's being stolen a little bit because of Japanese, but the Japanese are nice with it. No shade on Japanese. And that's going to be a thing now, too, where everyone needs Japanese players.
Well, still, I mean, Hispanic players are the most dominant players in the MLB today.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
Japanese are starting to corner the market, though. I mean, let's be real.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if you really, really think about it, yes, there's a big presence. Otani.
Mm-hmm.
Yamamoto on the Dodgers has made a big name for himself. But if you really think about it, like right now, currently, I know there's been some players that just been picked up, but they still have to go out and prove themselves. But beyond those two guys, who are household names? Who's the third guy that's a household name? Because
that's currently playing.
Yes,
that's currently playing.
There's really not.
Because I can go in the past and fire off some players like Ichiro.
Yeah, of
Ichiro's worldly. Hideki Matsui.
Yeah,
who should be in the Hall of Fame.
Should
be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, counting his numbers from in Japan also.
He came in later and was still dominant.
Like with the Dodgers back in the days, Hideo Nomo.
Yes.
So,
yes.
But if you think about it, who's that third guy? Who's a household name? Because you can ask anybody who is just a casual fan, they know who Otani is. And the casual fan might not even know who Yamamoto is. They only know because they maybe watched the World Series. Oh yeah, I know who that guy. But it's just Otani, if you think about it. Everybody knows him.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a dominant guy.
Yeah, and the thing too, the difference between like Japan, the Japanese leagues, because it's not one league. A lot of people think it's just a league.
Yeah.
The Japanese leagues is that as opposed to the teams in like DR, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, and so forth, those guys make a good living out there in Japan.
Yes.
They decided to take their talents to the U.S. to make even more money. But you could just play in Japan and you'll be fine. Hideki Matsui was Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Before coming to the Yankees. You know what I mean? He didn't, to steal the quote from Reggie Jackson when Yankees acquired him, he didn't go to New York to become a star. He brought his stardom to New York.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wasn't he 30 years old as a rookie?
Yes. So this is the problem I have with him not being in the Hall of Fame. Let's see if you agree with me. Because of that, they didn't give him Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, which is
so if you didn't a guy named Angel Baroa beat him out.
Yeah.
What happened out? You ever heard of him?
I've heard of him. I know his name, but he's no Matsui.
You don't know. Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
you would
Right.
have to do a where is he now
You
today?
you'd have to Wikipedia. Most of the people listening right now have to Wikipedia on Hell Burrow.
Yeah.
Okay. No shade. No shade. So the hypocrisy, and we always get into Hall of Fame and voting and all that. The hypocrisy is, well, he's not really a rookie because he played in another league and he was 30 years old. I'm like, Tani got rookie league.
Mhm.
He played in another league,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. Um, but why was he a candidate then? Why was Masui a candidate then? Don't make him a
Yeah.
candidate. He can't be a candidate then. To me, you don't even qualify as a candidate if you're that if it's that cut and dry, right? So if that's the case, then you should include his Japanese numbers to go in the Baseball Hall of Fame. People are saying, "Oh, but no, it's two different leagues." But it's not the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame because there's people from the Women's League in the Baseball Hall of Fame. They didn't play in the majors.
Yeah.
So I think Hideki Matsui should be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, he should be. I mean, what
Yeah,
he did, he was I know there was Japanese players before him, but he was still in that group of kind of pioneers, you
mm-hmm.
know? I believe he was the first, like, really popular Yankee
Yeah.
Japanese player.
Okay. For all you Dodger and Otani fans, if you were to ask Shohei Otani, even Yamamoto, all these Japanese guys, right? Hey, Hideki Matsui, what do you think? They're gonna be like,
Mhm.
he's the greatest. That's their goat.
Yeah.
They'll tell you.
Yeah.
They'll tell you. You know? I mean, the thing with Japan, my son tells me this because my son's been to Japan. He's actually going to Japan again. They're very they're in the now a lot. So they don't live in the past. We love history. We're always talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
They don't. They're more like, so they talk about Otani more than anybody.
Yeah.
However, they said they went to my son like, "Oh, you live in Southern California? Yeah. Oh, Otani." He was like, "Yeah, no, Otani's great." He goes, "But I'm a big Matsui guy." They were so impressed. You know about Matsui and the Hideki Matsui because there's other Matsuis that
Yeah.
play like Kaz Matsui. And yeah, it's like, how do you know about him? He goes like, I used to wear his jersey. I'm a Yankee fan. Like, wow, yeah, Hideki Matsui, yeah, he's a legend. This and
Yeah.
that. Like, they got action figures with Hideki Matsui with the Yomiuri Giants.
Yeah.
Hideki Matsui was Babe Ruth, at the time. And honestly, it had nothing to do. I know they say Otani's Babe Ruth now because Otani could pitch, but before Otani was a kid,
Yeah.
you know. So, but Matsui, yeah, he's in the shadow right now, but it's like we forgot about Hideki Matsui. He was the dude.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
the
No,
dude. I mean,
he
he's a
should
World Series
be in,
MVP.
and he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He was bad, bro.
Yeah.
He was bad.
I don't know what their thought process is on that, but he should be there, hands down.
And like the Dodgers getting all this Japanese attention, Ichiro Suzuki and Hideki Matsui, they got that same amount of attention.
Yeah.
You would see the Japanese ads at Yankee Stadium. You would
Yeah.
see the Japanese ads in Seattle. Like I would see like when he played, you would see all these advertisements. It's weird, like when you don't have Japanese players on your team, this being a Dodger fan, you don't see all these Japanese ads. You didn't even see that when you had Hideo Nomo. And Hideo Nomo, he was a really good pitcher.
Yeah.
But they don't talk about him enough. But you didn't really see that. Once I think this is just my opinion. I think when Ichiro emerged in the MLB is when Japanese sponsorship started to become big in the
Yeah.
major leagues. This is my observation. So then when the Yankees got Hideki Matsui, now you start to see in the outfield all these Japanese advertisements because we had Hideki. So it's like every time they would always show all these Japanese media with the cameras and everything every time he took the plate, like you see with Shohei Otani, like you saw with Ichiro Suzuki. That's why I think Ichiro Suzuki was the first prominent Japanese player. Not the
Yeah.
first player from Japan, but the first one to get the attention of Japan and Japanese businesses
Yeah,
to
right.
want a partnership with MLB. If
Yeah.
that makes sense to you.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was such a great player. I mean, obviously his body size, he was a smaller guy, but he was just so athletic. I mean, tracking down those fly balls in the outfield, just he was fast and just he was amazing.
And you said small guy with a cannon for an arm.
Yeah,
He didn't just track down the
yeah,
ball. He was a red light. He was a red light outfielder.
yeah. He
You're
can,
gonna
yeah,
think twice before you run on him. It's
on
like,
a rope, on a rope.
yeah, like the size of a, I don't know. I want to say who's an outfielder right now. It's not a big dude. Cody Bellinger. Just throw that name out there. Like the size of Cody Bellinger, maybe even smaller, but he had like a Judge-like arm, a Raul Mondesi type arm,
Yeah,
a Vladimir Guerrero type arm. Like in terms of like strength, like where you sleep on him because he wasn't a big, Judge, Vladimir Guerrero. Those are big dudes,
yeah,
So you just assume like, yeah, no, those are big guys. Those guys can throw hard. You didn't think that with Ichiro until like he put everybody on notice.
yeah,
Like, yeah, you don't run on me, bro.
yeah,
Don't sleep.
yeah. And then he was
Like
fast.
he was fast. He was multifaceted baseball player.
Yeah, he was really,
He
really
was
good.
not one dimensional. I mean, he could hit home runs too. He wasn't known as a power hitter.
He
He entered the home run derby, but
he
he
was
can.
the
He
guy
can.
that he would hit a home run when you needed it.
Yes.
When you need it.
Yeah.
It's like he was like, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up there. We are losing 2-3. There's two guys on base, and I'm gonna put it over there. And he would
And
do
you know
it.
what he had? And you know what he had too? He was the first Japanese player, and I'll say the only so far, to bring swag. He had swag. He was cool looking.
Yeah.
Even remember the way he do this with
Yeah.
his jersey?
Yeah. When you go to
He
bat.
always, yeah, every time,
Yeah.
after every pitch, pulled it. Like he was cool, man. He
Well,
was a cool little dude.
I believe he was the first player, not Japanese player, but player to lean into it and take off. Like he's leaning into
I gotta go back and look.
the pitch and go.
Okay. Yeah.
Because a lot of
Yeah.
guys do that now. They're like, especially lefties.
I gotta
Especially
go back and
lefties.
look at that. Yeah.
Because lefties, they're already on that side of the plate, and you
Yeah.
can just kind of boot and go.
It's funny you brought that up, that he's a lefty. So Ichiro Suzuki, Hideki Matsui,
No, I said
Shohei.
lefties. I don't know. I don't remember.
No. That's all. That's my point.
Okay.
Shohei Ohtani, all three. It's safe to say, best Japanese players in Major League Baseball history.
Yeah.
Right? Those
Yeah.
three, all lefties. They're all. I'm not crazy. Ohtani's a lefty, right? I feel like he's a lefty.
You have me questioning it now because I don't remember.
Ichiro and Hideki are lefties. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay, so and I believe he is because he does that same.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm a visual guy. I feel like he's a lefty. You should know more than me.
I feel like he is just based on picturing him taking off and hitting like that. Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm picturing it because Ichiro, if you remember, he would reach out with that bat and just lean.
Hit to the left. He could hit to the left.
And he would lean and take off.
Yeah.
If you go back and look at Ohtani, he does the same thing. It's like he copies him with that.
Yeah. Yeah, Hideki too. All three of them. I'm telling you, left-handed hitters,
You know
man.
what? Hey, that's
Crazy,
pretty,
right?
yeah. Hey, I wonder. I got to go back and look at some highlights of Matsui now because did he do that same lean? Because
one thing I always noticed he did, the way he standing, he had a crouch-like stance, like a very crouchy stance, right? Pay attention to his front foot. He keep bouncing it up and down, up and down, like a tick.
Okay.
Right? He'll keep bouncing it. I think it's a timing thing.
And if you notice, a lot of players do that.
Yeah.
Just
but
they kind of.
He had a unique way of doing it.
Yeah.
Where it almost looks like a tick, like a nervous tick. Go
Yeah.
back and look at the footage. Yeah, he do this thing. I always know, and he keep his hands like this,
Yeah.
as opposed to leaning
Yeah.
the
He had
bat
his
back.
hands not, the bat was pretty straight.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's just weird. You know what's weird about baseball? You're taught baseball 101, right?
Yeah.
How to hold the bat. I was taught keep your arms 90 degrees, right?
Yeah.
Like no matter how you have it, it should be a 90-degree angle, no matter how you want to hold it, right?
Yeah.
Once you know how to hit, all that goes out the window. You start doing your own thing. Remember Craig Counsell? Craig Counsell, the
Yeah.
freaking bat's up here.
Yes.
He's smelling his armpit.
Yeah.
um,
Well,
what's his
okay.
name?
Okay. Well, look at a guy that was on the Dodgers and currently the Yankees, Cody Bellinger. That guy, Cody Bellinger, has changed his swing so many times.
Throughout his career.
So many times. Like, I remember when he was on the Dodgers, he was blasting that ball. And then he just decided to kind of change his swing, and then he wasn't doing anything. Then they're like, he
Mhm.
needs to go back to his swing. And
Mhm.
then he would change it and he would start doing it again. It was just weird how he would go through that.
Yeah. Luis Gonzalez, remember his stance?
From Colorado?
No, no. Arizona Diamondbacks. I think he had a stint with the Dodgers too. Luis Gonzalez.
Yeah, he did.
Game-winning hit against the Yankees in 01
Okay.
in the
I
World
was
Series.
yeah, okay. I was seeing
Luis
Colorado
Gonzalez.
Rockies. Yeah.
Yeah. Luis Gonzalez. He would, bro, he'd be facing the pitcher like completely. Like you
Yeah.
could see the front of his jersey.
Yeah.
You could read his jersey.
Yeah.
Just as the ball's coming, he pivots his body
Yeah.
towards the plate and then swings. That is insane to me. And
Yeah.
they were him and Craig Counsell on the Diamondbacks at the same time. I'm like, these
Yes.
are the two craziest batting stances they've ever seen. It's like what you're taught in Little League, it all goes out the window.
Yeah.
You know how you're taught, like all the fundamentals. It's like the fundamentals just they go away. You just what works for you.
It's just your body changes, it's just crazy.
It's wild, man. What was his name? Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan used to do a thing. Every time I do batting stance, I would do it left-handed. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm left-handed. Joe Morgan would do this.
Yeah.
He crank the back arm. Yeah, just crank it. It is crazy, man. Gary Sheffield.
Yeah.
You see the way he'd wiggle that bat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gary Sheffield like this.
He was
Like it
working
was
those forearms.
Like it was a wiffle. Like it was a wiffle bat.
Hey, I know when it comes to hitting, the home run ball's always like the number one talk. And it wins games. But to me, the greatest hitter was Tony Gwynn. Because Tony Gwynn, to me, like I know he wasn't a big home run guy, but he would see a gap and he would put that ball there. Like, that's what the thing I don't understand now. How come these guys, there could be a huge gap somewhere, and because he's a right-hander, he'll hit it down this line, and he's a left-hander, he'll hit it down. Like, the center fielders pulled more to the left. Go, what are you doing? Hit the ball where it's open,
Yeah. Yeah, Tony Gwynn was an outlier.
It's just him and Wade Boggs, they used to put that ball there.
If they were playing today, they were like, you can shift all you want. I got it. I'm good.
I always would say that when, before they banned the shift, I was like, really? You guys are going to pull that way? Well, you can have all the guys on one side nowadays.
You could put with them, you could put your entire roster on a shift. And, okay, you're giving me all that field, I'm going to hit it over there.
Yeah, but now they're still going to hit it to where all the guys are. Tony Gwynn was amazing.
Yeah.
I hated him though because he was on the Padres.
Yeah, I know. Well, I hated Wade Boggs until he went to the Yankees.
It just, I don't know, those guys.
No, also Derek Jeter was a contact hitter.
Yeah.
Derek Jeter, he not on a Tony Gwynn, Wade Boggs level, but he'll hit to right a lot.
Yeah.
He hit a lot of balls to right. A lot of his Aaron Judge, in terms of home runs, a lot of his home runs are to the right field short porch, Yankee Stadium. He goes, home runs he could hit Oppo. you know?
Yeah.
But, as far as, like, base hits, not he does it is I don't know, I can't give you the numbers, but I don't see him hitting a lot of base hits opposite side.
Yeah. It just
He's also
I don't know.
right-handed.
Those two guys, but especially Tony Gwynn,
Mhm.
nobody nobody today even comes
Nah,
close.
it's a different sport now, man.
Yeah, nobody
It's
comes
a different
close.
sport.
It just
You know what it is? You know what it is, man? This is why you have the evolution of baseball. Like you used to say, like, "Oh, keep the shift." I mean, Tony Gwynn used to hit against the shift, right by like, they're starting to, like they look at you as an outlier. Or the percentage of guys that can overcome that is small. Just like, remember, this is why you have a DH in National League.
yeah.
But before there was a DH in National League, they'll rattle off these pitchers that have successful hitting numbers for a pitcher,
Yeah.
for a pitcher, but they're outliers. The percentage isn't enough. So it's like, hey, maybe we should just get rid of that and just get DH in the National League, you know, which it worked out for the Dodgers. You wouldn't have an Otani.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or he would be playing first
He'd be,
base or somewhere
yeah.
else, you
They,
know?
they, they,
Yeah. But no, I like it way better. It makes the game better to me because
hmm
why are you gonna throw this guy up there, this pitcher? I mean, it's like there's an automatic out usually.
But you know what's a factor too in that? It's not just an automatic out. It's money.
Yeah.
What pitchers get paid now?
Yeah.
You want Yamamoto hitting
No,
with all the money?
not at all.
Exactly.
I want
You
the
know,
ball to go past the mound.
you know what? No, but you don't want to risk an injury.
Yeah.
There was a guy. Oh my goodness, I forgot his name. Taiwanese pitcher the Yankees had. He was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Because interleague play, he had to hit rounding second. He injured himself. Was never the same pitcher. I
Yeah.
can't remember the name right now. Chen Ming Wang. Chen Ming Wang was our
Bless you.
pitcher. Chen Ming Wang. I remember. I forgot what team it was. He's rounding second. I don't know if he injured his ankle, or a knee, but he injured himself. I think he was out for a significant amount of time, if not the whole season.
Yeah.
Never the same pitcher, and he was good prior to that play. So you have that. And we're not even talking. He wasn't getting paid like Garrett Cole, CC Sabathia money, but he was a good pitcher.
Yeah.
You know, he probably would have got that kind of money
Yeah. If you
had he
continued his
not
career.
been
Yeah.
injured, right?
Right.
He was even on the last championship team in '09. Just wasn't a prominent name at that point. I gotta tell you though, you ever see some of your favorite, like you've seen Kershaw hit,
Mm-hmm.
right? Doesn't it
Yeah.
look weird though? It looks weird.
Yeah. No, it does. It does.
Like I seen CC hit. I'm like, this looks weird. Just him wearing a batting helmet is not a good look. It looks weird. Like he's a big freaking guy. He's got this batting helmet. The bat looks like a toothpick.
Yeah.
To him, another one that looked weird. This one's gonna blow you away. You probably never thought he's ever been at the plate. I only seen it one time. Mariano Rivera hitting.
Yeah.
Weird.
That
I even
was
think I don't even
the
think the
World
helmet
Series,
was
right?
his. I don't even remember. I don't even think the helmet belonged to him.
He just looked like a kid wearing his dad's helmet.
I think I would say the same thing for Sabathia. I don't even think it was his helmet. I think he had to wear someone else's helmet. It's happened before, like American League pitchers that never hit, like never hit in their lives, and they just the circumstances dictated they have to
Yeah.
hit. So it's like, oh, bro, somebody, what's your hat size? I need a helmet now, and they'll just boom. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. I am glad they took that away though. It's the game's so much better.
The
So
game's
much
so much
better.
better.
So much better.
Speaking of changes in the game, we never talked about this. You know about how they're policing sign stealing now?
Yeah.
So the first and third base coaches now, they have to like stand in a certain position now during the pitch, and then they can get out of that box. The controversy about it it's not just the cheating, but it's also it's a safety issue now. It's like now they're more in harm's way, is what they're saying. Yeah,
Yeah, well,
be careful.
just keep your eye on the ball and learn how to
Just
duck.
be careful. I mean, just like everyone else on that field, pay attention.
Yeah, I mean,
Not to sound insensitive.
nobody's more in harm's way than the catcher, the umpire, and the pitcher.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. I mean, well, just like the infield umpires, you gotta be careful like them. That's all. And not to sound insensitive, I know they had a guy that died.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know if he was a third base or
the thing is
first base
just
coach.
if you're on the field, even in the dugout, keep
Mm-hmm.
your eye on the ball.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know? That's why they.
fans are supposed to pay attention.
That's why they. Yeah, I was gonna say that's why they have nets now.
Mm-hmm. Which, do you remember when they first implemented that? I
Yeah.
don't know if you heard this on the radio in LA, but in New York, you gotta hear some of these insensitive fans, bro. Oh my goodness. It looks tacky. It looks tacky.
No.
Okay. Go to a game. You get smacked in the jaw. I'm gonna tell you, hey bro, your jaw's wide shut, but at least it doesn't look tacky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
But yeah,
crazy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's not a good sound and not a good look. But I
no.
like the nets. I like the
The net
nets.
doesn't. But when you watch a game, they go, "Oh my god, look at that net all around the infield." Yeah.
No, no, not at all. Not at all. So, real quick, 10 a.m. Spurs Knicks.
Yep.
So we'll see.
In 12.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we'll talk about that one on the next one. But everybody, we are out. Thank you once again, like I said in the beginning of the show, for your support. All those other countries, all the people that have been listening, we really, really appreciate you. And till the next time we meet, Cardiac Sports, we're out.
Peace.